Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a review of the packaging of the San Diego Comic-Con 2014 Hasbro exclusive Star Wars Black Series Jabba the Hutt Throne Room set. And you heard that right, I'm just reviewing the packaging. See, very rarely do I actually leave a toy in the box, but with this figure, I kinda gotta leave it in the box. But if you are interested in a review of the Jabba the Hutt figure, I do have a separate review on my channel of just the Jabba figure, so go check that out on my channel. First, we'll take a closer look at the packaging. You can see on the back that there's artwork of Jabba the Hutt and Bib Fortuna. And I'll just bring you in for a closer look at the little packaging spiel, including Huttese and then an English translation. One of the things that I like about this is there's this little like glossy finish to the packaging. Not only to these edges, but also sort of like a grime on the top. There's some little dotting there. I'll give you just a closer look at that Jabba thing there, and we'll open it up. And you can see that it says Star Wars Black Series on the inside. And another thing that I really dig is down here, they have another gloss, and it's like the trap door that Luke stands on. I think that's a nice little touch. Now the reason I'm not taking this out of the box is because of the plastic part of the packaging. See, this section and this section feed through a little slit in there, so you can pull those out and not really affect the artwork. But this bottom section is all glued down to the bottom. And once I take this rope off, if I want to pull Jabba out, I got to remove this tail section to slide him out. And removing that is going to ruin the artwork of the bottom of the platform because it's glued down. So that's kind of annoying. But luckily, this looks really cool in the packaging and can totally be displayed that way. And I think it looks awesome. So I'm going to leave it in and kind of give you a review of what I can. Now, the regular Jabba available in retail stores is just the Jabba figure. What makes this a con exclusive, aside from the overall packaging, is the Salacious Crumb figure, this railing that's part of his throne, and that railing includes his hookah built into it with the hookah pipe, and this little cardboard Han Solo where you can remove it and put in the Han Solo and Carbonite that came with last year's Boba Fett figure. Now, I'm going to remove the cardboard Han Solo that comes with it. It's held in by just a little tab that fits into that slot. And I'm going to insert the Han Solo and Carbonite that came with last year's Boba Fett. Here's a closer look at the cardboard piece that comes in there. Nothing special about it. It's black on the sides. It's just, you know, a little printout of Han Solo and Carbonite on there. Now, taking a closer look at the Jabba figure, one fun feature about him is that his mouth moves when you tug on either arm, the right or the left. You get kind of a ho 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 kind of effect. So that's cool. Now let's take a closer look at Salacious Crumb. He's packaged perched right on Jabba's tail, and he looks really good. I think they did a great job with the little kind of like hair that comes out around the base of his neck and shoulders. Now the figure itself has no wrist or elbow articulation. It's just a hinged swivel joint at the shoulders and hinged swivel joints at the legs. And there's like a hinged swivel on his neck, so you can kind of lean up and down a bit. Now I'll just do a little exorcist here, so you can see all sides of his head. Now I'm just in for a close-up so you can see a better look at his face and see the paint on his eyes and the paint on the edge of his beak. I think he does look really good. I think he did a great job, especially that little tuft of hair sticking out on the top of his head and the two hanging down on the side. Here's a closer look at just him sitting there on Jabba's tail. And you can see the edge of the throne room, you know, that little railing going across. I want you guys to be able to look at the hookah. It's kind of hard to see here, but through that plastic green stuff, there are little, you know, froggy creatures in there. And then there is some nice little detailing on the edge of the top part of the hookah where the gas comes from. Even just that little bar that goes across has some nice little, like, you know, raised bumps and stuff. So I think this looks really good. And I think it's cool that the pipe, you know, connects to his hand, and you can get it into his mouth. If you just raise it up a bit and pivot, it totally just fits right in there. I also want to give you guys a closer look at the tongue and the inside of his mouth there. You can see his tongue there. Also, there's some really good detail on his face. I mean, his eyes are painted well, but what I really like is the fact they mix the green with the yellowish white and how they kind of fade between the two. I think overall the Jabba face looks really good. His nose looks gross. One concern I have for the future is just the fact that he's made of this rubbery material that allows his mouth to move. I wonder if like 10 years from now this rubbery material will hold up or if it'll look all gross and start to break apart. Just for funsies, I included Boba Fett, even though it is the Empire Strikes Back version. I also threw in Slave Leia. And what's cool about this display is you can include other figures when and if they make them from Return of the Jedi in Star Wars The Black Series. Like I know they're going to be doing a Return of the Jedi version of Luke, so I think that'll be really cool to display right in front of Jabba. Now I'm really happy I have this, because I think Hasbro makes it really hard to get their exclusives. I think they're the biggest pain in the ass in all of San Diego Comic-Con when it comes to just trying to buy their toys. So I consider myself very lucky that I got this. And I think Jabba looks really cool. I know a lot of it's just cardboard, but compared to the regular Jabba that just comes with nothing, I think this is a really cool looking setup. Thanks for watching.